Okay, so we can define integration in this way. Suppose you are given this kind of curve. This is, say, your y-axis and this is your x-axis. Then you are to find the integration. Suppose this curve is f of x and you are asked find the integration of the function f of x where x varies from a to b. So that means from the value x is equal to a to the value x is equal to b, we are to calculate the area under this particular curve. So how can we do that? We can simply divide this given so what we have to do, we have to divide we have to calculate the area of this particular region. So what we can do, we can divide this particular integral into smaller rectangles. So how would be that? So they would be something be like this. So this is one rectangle, say this is another rectangle, then this is another rectangle, this is another rectangle, and so on, right? So what we are doing, you are calculating the area of these individual rectangles. So whatever is the area, that would be nearly equal to the area, this yellow shaded area, right? Except these portions, which are the areas which are these black portions, they are the extra portions. So what exactly we are doing, we are approximating the area under this curve by calculating and adding all the areas of this individual rectangle, so that whenever your rectangles, the number of rectangles increases to infinity, increases, so the area of, or you can say the area under the curve is nearly equal to the sum of areas of all the rectangles. So this is the meaning of integration, single integration, right, in one variable. So this we already know how we also know how to perform these integration, the definite and indefinite integrals, how they are calculated, and they represent the area under the curve. This we already know. Now in this unit, or we will be studying about multiple integrals. So what are multiple integrals? They are basically we will in this course be studying only two kind of multiple integrals. One is the double integrals and second is the triple integrals. So let's see what they are. Firstly, we'll study the double integral over a rectangle region. So here in this case of one variable, one integral, right? So here your units or the limits are only defined on one particular axis. In double integral, your limits would be defined on two axes. So you will be talking about some region. In this case, your region is rectangle. So in this case, what would be the integration? So double integration, the double integration over the rectangle, what would be this? This would simply be the integration. Say what is your rectangle? So suppose your rectangle R, that is defined by this set consisting of all the points x and y, such that the limits of x lies that lies between a and b, and y lies between c and d. So here you have two limits instead of just one. So this is your region. So what is your region? Say this is your y-axis and this is your x-axis. Here is the point A, here is the point B, here is the point C, and here is the point D. So what would be your region? Your region would something be like this. So this is the given rectangle, and over this particular region you are to calculate what is the integration, right? Integration of some function. So we use this for the double integration we use two integration signs. So it would be the integration over R. So that means over this region, over this rectangle R, defined by function of two variables x comma y, and here in place of dx you will be writing dx or and dy both. because here in this case we are performing double integration. So one integration is here with respect to x and another integration here is with respect to y. So here this thing could also be represented like this. So integration over a, or integration over the given region R, given rectangle R, right, of f x y dA, whatever is the small area. So what here we are, what is the idea here? The idea here is to break this rectangle into smaller rectangles, so that whenever you add up all these smaller rectangles, there the area would be equal to this yellow shaded portion. And whenever you increase the number of these rectangles, so each portion would be very small, each rectangle would be very small. So eventually you will be ending up calculating the area of the given curve for this particular region. So what this double integral is doing, as in the case of single integral, in single integral you were calculating the area, in this case you will be calculating the volume. So how can you calculate this volume? For calculating the volume, this is the given region for which you are to calculate the area for the curve for the function f of xy. So this is your x-axis, this is y-axis, so you will draw another axis, that is z, because now we are talking about volume. So over this particular portion, now what would be your fx? This would be some surface. So actually how would it look like? It would look like something like this, right? So what you are doing, you are to calculate the volume of this particular surface, which is f of x comma y over this given rectangle. So we have to calculate the area which is bounded by this rectangle for this particular surface. So what would be that? You will draw the perpendiculars from this surface to this particular surface. So whatever is this portion, you will be calculating the area volume for this particular portion. So we will be calculating the volume of this particular portion, right? So this is the idea of calculating this double integrals. So let us have some examples, so it will be more clear if you see some problems based on this. So for the first question, we have calculate or show that the integration of the curve x square plus y square dx dy over the limits. Here the limits with respect to x, because here we are calculating first with respect to x, so the limits would be of x. They are given to be 0 to 3, and the limits with respect to y, they are given to be 1 to 2. Show that this quantity is equal to 16. So this is our first question. So for the solution, what we have to do, we know how to perform the single integration. So for the double integration, whenever you are given some rectangular region, now here how can you judge whether this is a rectangular region or what kind of region is this? You can judge this by looking at the limits. So here what are the limits? The limits of x, they varies from 0 to 3, and the limits of y, they varies from 1 to 2. So basically, now if you look at this, what is this? This is a rectangle, right? If this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is 0, and say this is 3, and this is 1, and this is 2. So basically your region is not this, your region is this one. So this is rectangle. So over a rectangular region, it is very easy to calculate this double integration. How? Let's see. For calculating this integration, limits of y varying from 1 to 2, limits of x varying from 0 to 3. Now, even if this is not mentioned in the question, but because by looking at this quantity, that firstly you have to perform this integration with respect to x, so obviously these limits would be of x and these limits would be of y. So by looking at these things, you can identify what is the limit of what is the value of this first limit and what is the value of this second limit. Okay, so it would be equal to dx dy. So firstly what you have to do, you have to perform this portion first, keeping y as constant here. So for that, your this portion, limit y varying from 1 to 2 dy, would be as such, and you'll perform this inner portion first. So the integration of x square with respect to x, that would be x cube by 3, and the integration of y square, now y is constant with respect to this x, so it would be y square as such, and then the integration of 1, so that would be x. And here the limits of x varies from 0 to 3. So you have to substitute the limits of x first. So this would be integration y varies from 1 to 2. Then 3 cube divided by 3, that is 9, plus 3y square, this is the upper limit, minus the lower limit, that is 0. 0 plus 0. Okay. So and dy. So now we can simplify this. Y varies from 1 to 2. 9 plus 3y square, and then we have to perform the integration with respect to y. So it would be 9y plus 3y cube by 3, and the limits of integration varies from y varies from 1 to 2. So this simply becomes 9 into 2 plus this 3 and 3 cancels. So we have 8 minus 9 minus 1. So what would be this? 18 plus 8 minus 10. So this would be 16. So this is what we intended to prove here. So let us have a look at another question. So question number 2. It says that verify that integration from 1 to 2, in brackets we have integration from 3 to 4 of the function xy plus e to the power y dy, and then brackets dx is equal to the integration 3 to 4, and then brackets integration from 1 to 2 xy plus ey dx dy. Now here it is not mentioned, we have these limits are of which variable, whether they are of x or they are of y. So in this case we can easily guess these limits are of y, because the integration here is performed with respect to y. So these are from y, and these limits are from x, and similarly here these are for x and these are for y. Okay, so now let us first solve the left hand side. So what would be the left hand side? So it would be integration from 1 to 2, x varying from 1 to 2, its integration with respect to y first. So we'll keep x as constant. So when you keep x as constant, so it would be x into y square by 2 plus e to the power y, and the limits y varies from 3 to 4 dx as such. Now we can substitute the limits, x varying from 1 to 2. The limits of y are from 3 to 4. So the upper limit here is x into 4 square by 2 minus 3 square by 2, right? And e to the power 4 minus e to the power 3. So these are the limits into dx. So now we have to solve this. What would be this? 16 by 2, that is 8, minus 9 by 2 into x plus e to the power 4 minus e to the power 3, and integration from x varying from 1 to 2 into dx. 16 minus 2, what would be this? 16 minus 9. So 7 by 2 x plus e to the power 4 minus e to the power 3, integration x varying from 1 to 2 dx. Now we have to perform the integration with respect to x. So what would be this? It would be 7 by 2 x square by 2, right? Plus, now these are constants, so we have to multiply these with x, and the limits of x, they are from 1 to 2. So this simply becomes 7 by 2 or 7 by 4, right? And we have 2 square, that is 4, minus 1 square, that is 1, plus e to the power 4 minus e to the power 3 into 2 minus 1. So we can solve this. What is this? 21 by 4 plus e to the power 4 minus e to the power 3. So this is our left hand side. Now for the right hand side, we wanted to solve this thing. So what would be this? So it would be the integration from 3 to 4 of integration from 1 to 2 xy plus e to the power y into dx into dy. So what is this thing? This is equal to integration from 3 to 4. Firstly, we'll perform the integration with respect to x. So it would be x square y divided by 2 plus x into e to the power y, and the limits varies from x from 1 to 2 into dy. So now we can substitute the limits. So it would be integration from 3 to 4. So it would be y by 2. We have to substitute the limits of x only. So it would be 4 minus 1 plus e to the power y as such, and then the limits of x, they are from 2 minus 1, right? And the integration is with respect to y. So what would be this? You can simplify this. So you have 3y by 2 plus e to the power y, and we have to perform this integration with respect to y. So what would be this? The integration 3 by 2 as such, then integration of y is y square by 2 plus e to the power y, and the limits here varies from 3 to 4. So we can substitute the limit. So it would be 3 by 4 into 4 square, that is 16, minus 3 square, that is 9, plus e to the power 4 minus e to the power 3. So you can simplify this. This simply becomes again 21 by 4 plus e to the power 4 minus e to the power 3. So this is the right hand side. Now you see your right hand side here, this quantity is equivalent to the left hand side. So this is what we are to prove here.